Oh, I know it's been a long time. I was on the sideline waiting for you. We could go to California or anywhere you wanna. As long as I'm with you, I'm alright. And we don't need the drama. We'll find our own nirvana. So run away with me tonight. 'Cause it feels like I'm dreaming when I'm waking up next to you. And my wild heart is beating because it's beating next to you. Let's find something better to hold on to, 'cause we can do anything we want to. And I can't help the feeling that I get when I'm next to you. Ooh, you just gotta make your mind up. Just give me a sign if you want a ride. They don't really wanna know, so we throw away our phones, go Bonnie and Clyde. We could go to California or anywhere you wanna. As long as I'm with you, I'm alright. And we don't need the drama. We found our own nirvana. So run away with me tonight. 'Cause it feels like I'm dreaming when I'm waking up next to you. And my wild heart is beating because it's beating next to you. Let's find something better to hold on to, 'cause we can do anything we want to. And I can't help the feeling that I get when I'm next to you. Will you run away? Will you run away with me? 'Cause I will run away. I will run away with you. Will you run away? Will you run away with me? 'Cause I will run away. I will run away. 'Cause it feels like I'm dreaming when I'm waking up next to you. And my wild heart is beating because it's beating next to you. Let's find something better to hold on to, 'cause we can do anything we want to. And I can't help the feeling that I get when I'm next to you. Get when I'm next to you.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Before we get started, I just want to let you know that we have the translation in Mandarin, Korean, and Vietnamese. Do we have Spanish in here? So if you can tune in, so that way you can understand what is everything that is going on. And first of all, I just wanted to share what we have going on. So how do you define success in life? Does it mean health, wealth, youth, time, happiness? So what about if we can have all of that? So before we get started, I just want to introduce a little bit about myself. My name is Lan Vo, and I live in the US. I am a mother of 4 children, and I am on my way to having 5 grandkids. Prior to starting this business, I have had 3 salons in the past. And then I also invest into real estate. I buy and flip old homes. So I've been doing that for about 14 years. 11 years ago, I was introduced to this business. And although in my traditional business, I felt like the finance was good, one of the things I was always yearning for was time for my kids. And as a single mom, to me, there is nothing more valuable than time. So 11 years ago, when I was approached to this business, probably like many of you in here, I was not open to it because I said, I'm not a good speaker. I don't like to talk to people. However, I decided to go and take a look at it. And that was something that changed my life forever. So after 11 years, it's given me the opportunity to travel, to do many things that I want to with my kids, as well as having the time to take care of my elderly parents as well. So today, I want each and every one of you to empty your cup and open your mind to type 5 business and lifestyle. So let's share this philosophy of success with as many people as we can. So first of all, without further ado, I would like to invite us to turn on your camera and have your pen and paper in front of you, because I think what he shared with us has made amazing change in my life as well as many people's life that he has touched. So before in this business, he was a fashion designer. He is the founder of Type 5. He is a Team Elite Platinum for 20 years with $20 million earner. And so if you could please give a warm welcome to our one and only Philip Cheung.
Everybody, let's go Type 5 together. We are from Australia. Let's go Type 5 together. We are from Korea. Equipo Viña, contadores, por favor.
Hi, everybody. How are you today? Okay, I answer. Good. Very good. I answer for you. Okay. Good. Very good. Super good. Incredibly awesome. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, welcome everyone. Come back to our day 2 philosophy of success. And then yesterday we talked about the day 1. What is Type 5? What's special about Type 5? So today is a day 2. We talk about why you want to be the best car racer. You need the best car, Bugatti. Okay. So today I also have another great guest speaker to share with us together. Okay. And then after I finish Jack will tell you more about why Nu Skin is one of the best kind in the world. Okay. Before I move on, I want to know where you come from. Can you type your country? I want to see. Philippines, Spain, Philippines. Oh, Philippines. Oh, Philippines. Everyone is Philippines. Huh? Oh, maybe the translation is a little bit late. Oh, Quanta. Korea, Malaysia, Philippines, now more. Vietnam, United Kingdom, Kuala Lumpur, USA, Penang, Malaysia, Philippines, China, oh, Vietnam, USA. Okay, very good. Yeah, all right, good. Paris, oh, also have Paris. I like to go shopping in Paris, Vietnam. All right, very good. Welcome everyone. Good. Now, Lanfo is here. Lanfo, can I talk to you, Lanfo? Can you unmute yourself? Lanfo, I know I saw you in the USA. You were in the event a few days ago. Is it like a kickoff meeting?
Yes, I was at the kickoff meeting over the weekend.
Oh, can you share something exciting with us for a few minutes about what you have in the kickoff meeting, because lots of people, we don't have the chance to go there, and I know that everybody gets so excited after the kickoff. Can you share with something about the kickoff for a few minutes?
All right, I think first of all, the kickoff meeting this time we had a commemoration with one of our top leader, Nathan Ricks. And I think that we have heard so many stories that was being shared through that commemoration. And I think it's very, very touching because, in most traditional business, okay, when somebody that is rich and they die and they talk about it and that's it. But this is someone that on stage, everyone was talking and just, seeing how much he's touched everyone's life and the things that was said. I mean, to me, I feel like there's just said so much about what we do. We talk so much about the culture, and one of the things we question ourselves is what we're doing, is it in the right direction? And in the end, what do we bring with us? But to see a person that is being so highly spoken of and what he has touched, I think to me that is the most amazing part of this business. In the end, when it comes to it, it's not just about the money, but it's everything that we get to leave behind, especially what you do today with how you touch people. And I think that's what this business is all about, is how you touch the people. Of course, we have the greatest product, but it's not just about the product. It's about what we can pass out to other people. It's the vision that we have.
Yeah, we really miss Nathan Ricks, and then his influence. He had influenced lots of people in the world to live a better life. We really miss that, really good. Yeah. Okay, then when we move on, life is like that. And then before I start, okay, before I start, I can answer two questions. So Lanfo, can you in charge for that? I can answer two questions to start with.
All right. So if any of you can turn on your, if you can raise your hand, or you can just unmute the microphone, and we can answer two questions, because this is the question that is going to start this whole scenario of how we can have this most amazing thoughts being shared on here. So if you could raise your hand, so that way we can get started. Let's see.
Or you can write your question in the.
You can write the question in the chat box as well too.
Yeah, I saw a hand on the by NAP, NAP. Is that a question? Is that a? Huh? I saw the type 5 hand on the.
Oh, it's the type 5 hand. So I think they don't have a question. Maybe everybody get ready to get started to how to become type 5.
Very good. So there's no question, right? If there's no question, I can move on. All right, very good. So All right. Now, so yesterday, I talked about Thai 5. Why do we need to become Thai 5? Now, before I move on to day 2, I remind a little bit about what we should pick up yesterday. What kind of vision that you can pick up from me? I'm not just here to teach you how to make more money. I can teach you how to make more money. But that is not my purpose. Because everywhere can make money. Everywhere can make more money. As long as you don't mind to work harder. As long as you don't mind to learn. It's very common. Everywhere. If you say to make more money, I don't think it's very special. It's good, but not very special. You must be special to have a great life, you know that. How special? You must see something that nobody can see. When you always say something, people say no. That could be a vision. When you say something, everybody say yes, that is not a vision. A vision is you see something that most people cannot see. And finally, there will be 1% of the people in the world understand you. Only 1% can understand your vision and follow your vision. And that's why you are the champion. Do you want to become a champion? You must see something that not too many people can see. So I talk about Thai 5. I tell you, people never heard about Thai 5. Even they heard about Thai 5, they don't believe Thai 5. Even they believe Thai 5, they don't do it. Even they do it, they do not persist. Now you understand why the world have classified different level of people. May I ask, which level are you right now? But I believe all of you is about persisting to pursue how to become Thai 5. That's why you are different. That's why you can become Thai 5. But most people in the world, they never heard about Thai 5. And this is my vision. What is Thai 5? Thai 5 is not just about making more money. One more time. Thai 5 is redefine the meaning of success. If you just only find out to make more money, that means you don't understand me. What we are doing is we redefine the meaning of success. That means we are different from the meaning of success than other people. How many others? 7 billion people. The way we look at success are different from 7 billion people. And this is going to be a revolution. Most people selling their whole time to earn lots of money. Buy house, buy cars, living really good. Nothing wrong. Everybody work hard. Learn a lot. Get more experience. Be smarter. And make lots and lots and lots of money. We were taught in the family. We were educated at school to be like that. But I want to wake you up. If you sell your time to make money, on the other side, between 25 years old to 65 years old, which is most people working hard, right? I'm talking about most, okay? There are 22 million seconds in between 25 to 65 years old, where most of the people work hard to make more money. That means at the same time, if we're able to make one decision in every second to do what we want to do, let's say every second, we try to make one decision to do what we want to do in our life. Then 22 million seconds means we are able to do 22 million things that we like. I'm a very greedy person. That's why I make decisions in every second to do what I want to do. So that means from 25 to 65 years old, we are able to do 22 million things that we like to do. Now you understand why you are happy every second. Because you're able to do the things that you like. On the traditional case, people is sacrifice this 22 million times to make more money because they sell their time to make money, and that will be the answer. I'm not saying they're wrong. I just tell people make lots of money by sacrificing millions of things they like it. Now, I ask you, you have to ask yourself, does it worth? Everybody have different judgment, okay? Why people want to make more money? Okay. I just give you some funny example, okay? If you don't mind. Because I drive a BMW, now I want to drive a Mercedes. Of course, I have to make more money. Then if I drive a Mercedes, I feel happy. I'm not saying wrong. And that's why people work harder, be smarter, get more experience, become an expertise. And but after you drive Mercedes for several years, you want another one. You want Ferrari. So they work harder and be smarter and make more money. Then you buy a Ferrari. Then you're happy. Yeah, happy. I'm not saying wrong. They're happy. For women, they used to use the LV, and now they want to make more money because they want to change it to her mess. Nothing wrong. But I tell you one thing. If you sell your time, if you sell your knowledge, if you sell your own expertise to make more money, that means at the same time, you're depriving the freedom of choice that you're supposed to make on every second. You need to balance. Is it worth from Mercedes to a Ferrari that you have, but to sacrifice the 22 million times of choice? That's suppose you can do. You need to measure the balance, okay? This is my vision. So, what do I want? You know what do I want? I want to get my freedom back first. As soon as I can. If I'm 30 years old, I want to get it back before 40, or before 35, or before 33, or even before 31. I don't know. I want to get my freedom back. so that I can every second I can do the things that, and then the secondary, I don't mind to double my income. You need to see my vision. I don't mind to triple my income afterwards because I get my freedom already. But I won't triple my income to sacrifice my 22 million times of decision. Freedom of choice. Can you see my vision? So that's why to make more money is not my first choice. No. To get back my 22 million times of choice is my first choice. So that's why I come to New Skin. First of all, I want to get my freedom of choice as soon as I can. And at the same time, to make the money that I make in my fashion business. That is the priority in my life. Now you understand my vision. So this is a revolution. This is a revolution. So I hope you don't mind. I think my position is I don't want to tell you more about the product, the commission, the company, which is important. But I think we will have a good speaker talk about it. But from time to time, I must share my vision to you. Because my vision creates miracle. It had created miracle for me already. And I wish you have my visions to create your miracle. Yesterday, if you listen carefully to what my experience is, I repeat and I repeat. After I make a decision 30 years ago, so that I can live the life of freedom of choice every second. For my last 29 years, miracle. It is truly a miracle. When you understand people, most of the people have to study for 20 years and work hard for 40 years to make money. When you compare, then you know, in my case, it's a miracle. It sounds impossible. It's not impossible. It's because you haven't opened your eyes. Now, how to achieve it? How to achieve it? Huh? Then we talk about how. The number one thing is, what do we want in our life? Ask, what do we want? That is the number one important. Then, after we identified, we find how. I show you, don't worry. But before I move to how, I must make sure what kind of life do we want. So when I have the freedom of choice, I decide what to do every second. What happens is, I have the happiness. Why? Because I choose what I want to do. Of course, I choose the thing that I like to do. That is the reason why we can be happy, theoretically, every second. So where is the happiness come from? Freedom of choice. Okay, now I want to be happy. And how do I happy is I want to do what I want to do. That's why I'm going to be happy. Does it make sense? But not one time, every second. Just like today, right now, I'm in the Zoom, nobody forced me. No, this is what I want. This second, I want to share my vision to people around the world. Of course, I am happy because I have the freedom to talk and I have freedom not to talk. But I choose to talk. That's what I like it. And what about next second? Next second, I also want to share my vision to people around the world, okay? And so for the next 19 minutes, so tell me how many seconds do you figure it out? You understand my point? So we want happiness. Don't you find out people work hard? They always think, if I make money, I will be happy. But is that true? Check it out. Check it out. If happy is so important to you, then I invite you. Why do you look at the freedom of choice? And then next, apply your freedom to your family and love your family. And that is the very important things for us in our life. And so that we can be joyful. I always say joyful and happiness is different. When you buy a Ferrari, you're happy. You don't feel joyful. But when you love your family, you feel joyful. That is different. I don't know, do you have this experience? You know, when we're joyful, you know what happened? You forget the pain and suffering. You know that? If you are 100% joyful, you forget the pain and suffering. Very powerful. But not too many people have that experience. You know why? Because to love your family is very expensive. You know that to love your family is very expensive? Because it needs time and money. Very expensive. If you don't have time, you don't have money, how you can love your family? How you can love your wife? By just saying, I love you? You think your wife will believe you? Every day you say, I love you, you think they believe you? You ask Lambo. If a husband just say, I love you, I love you, I love you, are you sure you believe it? Do it. Commit it. Yeah, give your credit card to your wife and tell her to spend all your money. Then she say, I love you. You don't have to say. So I love you is very expensive. But money is not everything. Your family need your time. But your time is very expensive because you use your time to make money. That's why you find a lot of people, they make money, they don't have time for family. Do you agree? Happiness and joyful is equal to success. This is the priority. And then, no problem to buy a Ferrari, buy a big house, no problem. Double your income, triple your income. If you like, quadruple your income. Now, be realistic. Don't ask me how to make money like Elon Musk, okay? There's only one Elon Musk in the world. I won't stop you, but I'm wondering, why do you need to become Elon Musk? Should you get your happiness first? Should you get your joyful first before you talk about Elon Musk? Okay, get your freedom. Be happy, be joyful. Then we talk about that. It's okay because you don't sacrifice your freedom for that. You already get your freedom. You understand? This is my vision. Making more money, real estate. Making more money, stock market. Making more money, get one more job to work, 2 jobs, not enough 3 jobs. I don't think that is vision, right? We are not just talk about it. We make it already. And we know what you need from us to make it happen too. We have everything ready and stand by for you, but I'm not going to tell you right now. I want to make sure, are you sure you want the freedom? Are you sure you want the happiness coming from the freedom? Are you sure you want to have the joy from a family? Butterfly attract butterfly. We don't force anyone to get the freedom. We don't force anyone to love the family. In the world, 7 billion people. We only share our visions to those people who is ready to get the freedom of choice, who is ready, want to be happy every second, who is want to get a joy from the family. These are the people we want to help. We don't force people. We don't convince people. We don't change people. We only empower people who wants to become bye-bye. And we know how to get there. Be patient. Finish the 4 days philosophy of success, and you know everything. But day one is the most important. We redefine the meaning of success. This is a revolution. Okay. Now I move on. So how? Now you have the vision. Something that so rare, so unbelievable. How to make it happen? How? Now I tell you, okay? You work 8 hours a day, right? And then people said, you are not hardworking enough. You have to work 9 hours. Your boss, your teacher, then 10 hours a day, then 15 hours a day, and then everybody is proud of you. But you got sick, you know. You go to hospital always. Nothing wrong. I just tell you the fact. But me, no. I'm not thinking this way. I have my vision. In order to be freedom of choice, I have to work less. Oh my God. And I think it's hardly to find people to train you to work less, right? Work less is the ultimate goal. The story is all about work hard to work less. Not to work less, okay? I still work hard, but I have a purpose. My purpose is to work less. Now, that is the vision. It's not to work hard, then because of work hard, I want to work hard. No, I work very hard because I want to work less. Now, this is my vision. From 8 hours, I want to 7 hours. This is my goal. And then to make the same money as before. This is my vision. And then to 6 hours a day, and then to 5 hours a day, and then to 4 hours a day, and then to 3 hours a day, and then to 2 hours a day, and then to 1 hour a day, and to make the same money as before, not to make more money, okay? I think it's my vision. When you think different, your action different. When your action different, your results are different. Be careful how you think. Make sure you have the right way of thinking. I tell you, not too many people think the way I think. From 8 to 7, 7 to 6, and then to 1 hour. What happened when you only work 1 hour and have the same income as before? What happened? Let's analyze. You make 7 times more income per hour. You make 7 times more income per hour. And that's why you're very happy. Of course. But you are very smart. You don't work 8 hours to make a lot of money. You still work 1 hour. Then that means I say you are smart. Because some people say, after I have 700% more pay per hour, then I work 8 hours. Then I don't think you are wise. Why? Because if you work 1 hour, you earn 7 hours every day. And you know 7 hours, how many seconds? How many things you can choose to do? That's why I say you are smart. That's why when you down to 1 hour, you make the same income as before total. Very happy. But that is not my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is how I can work from 1 hour to 0 hour. 0. You know what is the difference? You know what is the difference of 1 and 0? Now, 1 hour, when you work only 1 hour, you know you have 7 times more pay per hour. But what about 0? From From 2 to 1 is not a big difference, but from 1 to 0 is a big difference. I tell you what is different, okay? The difference is when you work 0 hours per day, that means you don't have to work anymore for the rest of your life. You don't have to work anymore for the rest of your life. Because you make money when you sleep. And that's why every day you wake up, you spend money. Do you like it? You sleep and then spend money. After you spend all the money, you have no money, right? You go to sleep again. Because you make money when you sleep, right? So you wake up, you spend money. I tell you, actually it can be like this kind of cycle. Sleep and spend, sleep and spend. It can be, but of course I'm not teaching you this way. But when 1 to 0 hour, you create your wealth for your whole life. When you work 0 hours and can make income, you create your lifetime wealth. Can you see the big difference? From 1 to 0 hour, that this is my vision. This is a revolution. Again, revolution of about the formula of success or direction of success. It's a revolution. The direction is to work less. This is the vision, okay? This is the vision, work less. To be successful actually is to work less. Don't be scared. Be open mind. Zero hour, and then you create a wealth. How can we work less? You ask a good question. How can we work less and make the same income as before? You ask a very good question. If you work less, then someone have to do it. Am I right? Because a project is a project. If you work less, there must be someone have to finish the project. Who are these? Other people. Other. That means if you want to work less and make the same income as before, you must have other people to finish the project. Is that correct? I call it leveraging. Leveraging. Because someone has to do the project and you work less. For example, if you have 100 people by the side, each of them work 1 hour. Altogether, every day you have 100 hours production hour. 100 productive hours. That's why when you sleep, you still own 100 productive hours. Am I right? What about when 1,000 people by the side? You get 1,000 hours per day. If only each of them work 1 hour. That is called leverage. So if you want to work less, you have to leverage other people. You know this guy? Cheung, one of the richest guy in America in 1930s. I would rather receive 1% of the income of 100 men than 100% of the income of oneself. You know that he was the richest man in America. Cheung. Same. Leverage. May I ask you, when you study at school, in college, university, or high school, are you trained to leverage? No. We don't train this way. We train how we can work harder by ourselves to become an expert and make more money, right? but he's not. He's leverage. He wants other people to work. He wants other people to be smarter. He wants other people to be expertise. He wants other people to be knowledgeable. He's not talking about himself. He's talking about other. Can you see this is a revolution? Before we base on ourselves to make great income, right? When we talk about leverage, it's different. We are not great. It's not important. We have more great people to work with us. That is more important. Other people are great. Other people are better than us. Other people are knowledgeable than us. Other people are hardworking than us. Other people are smarter than us. Can you see that it's different? It's totally different. You need to understand the new concept if you want a different life. Leverage. Have you asked yourself when you wake up, do I leverage? If leverage is so important, allow you to work less. Do you ask, am I leveraged today? How many people will understand this? How many people will ask themselves this question? I don't think too many people, right? If they are not here, I don't think people, when they wake up and ask, do I leverage? I don't think many people would know, right? This is my vision. So if you want to work freedom, you must to work less. If you want to work less, you must have people to work together. We call this leverage, you know. Now, I know everybody have a question in mind. Why other people work hard and let you to make money? Do you have this question in your mind? Do you know my question is, why those 100 people or 1,000 people, they're willing to work hard and then you are the one that make money? Do you have this question in mind? Do you think these people are very stupid? They work hard, they are knowledgeable, they are smarter, they have not experience, and then you make the money. That doesn't make sense, right? Now I tell you why people let you leverage, okay? First, because people trust you. Trust. He knows you are great. He follow you. He trusts you. 100%. Why they trust you? I want to become type 5. I believe I can become type 5. I help those people who want to become type 5 become type 5. If they want to become type 5, they trust you. So now I ask you, do you want to become type 5 100%? Do you believe you can become type 5 100%? Are you willing to help those people who become type 5 100%? Only these 3 questions. If you, I'd say you are a butterfly. And that's why 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people follow you because they want to become butterfly. And they need your help. And right now they are caterpillar. They are not yet butterfly, but they're ready to change. How many people in the world ready to change? I think at least 1 to 4%. At least. There are 7 billion people in the world. That means at least 70 million people are ready to change. They are what I call caterpillar. But since they don't have our vision, and you are butterfly, so you empower them with your vision. Empower means they get the power from you through your vision. Yep, just like I try to empower you through my visions. Empower means you believe yourself can become type 5 without any hesitation. That's called empowerment. I want to tell you, I'm not selling you anything. My mission is to empower everyone. That means you get the power from me through the vision. And after that, you believe you can succeed to become type 5. That is what we want. You believe, you make it. You don't believe, you don't make it. Very simple. But you have to believe 100%, not 99%. Then you know you influence people. When you're 100%, you influence. It's not about you talk. You influence. Talk and influence are different. If you talk about financial freedom, time freedom, freedom of view, no people listening to you because you don't have the influence. I want, I believe, I help is the influence. You understand? Now, why people let you leverage? Because you are butterfly. Because they want to become type 5. And they are just a caterpillar. That's why they trust you. They trust you. They need you to leverage them. Without your empowerment, they cannot become type 5. Without your platform, they cannot become type 5. Without your success formula, they cannot become type 5. Without your support, they cannot become type 5. That's why you can leverage. Not everyone able to leverage other people, okay? Unless you are butterfly. Unless you have offering. I tell you, if you're able to empower caterpillar become butterfly, you can imagine how successful you are. You can chase commission, but you cannot chase the wealth. You know what is wealth? Wealthy. You are wealthy because people trust you. You know that? People trust you. You cannot chase wealthy. You can chase commission. Wealthy is not chasing. Wealthy follow you because you have the trust. People follow you. You say yes, 1,000 people say yes in 1 second. You say the beauty collagen, after you drink, the lines has been, the wrinkles and lines reduced and the joint is better, the joint. And then 10,000 people, each of them buy 10 sets. You don't even ask them. They trust you. What you said. In 1 second, you earn $1 million US commission. So that's why wealthy is based on trust. Now I ask you, do you build trust? I want, I believe, I help. Now, you know, I don't want to, tomorrow I'll talk about more about the best driver. But today I want to recall you is that our vision is the freedom of choice. Because of that, we have happiness and joy. In order to have the freedom, you must become type 5 so that you can have the freedom of choice. How can become type 5? You have to work less and leverage. Freedom of choice, work less, and leverage. It is all revolution. You understand? Because we redefine the meaning of success. So what we are doing in here is an inspirational process. When we talk about inspiration, means people get empowered because of you. It's not about information. He get empowered because of you, because he see his life can come true. That's why he get the power. You understand? So what we are doing here is inspirational. Why we can inspirational? Because we have the vision that we can see something not other people can see. And because we have the vision that no other people can see it. 99% of the people cannot see it, but only 1% of the people in the world can see it. That is 17 million people. And 17 million people want the product. What product? Type 5 product. Can you see? What does that mean? You create a market. And the market is called Type 5 market. So when you have a vision, you create a market. When nobody has visions, the market was hidden. It's hidden. It's hidden inside, in the ground, under the ground. But once you have the vision, you create a market. Can you see how important is a visionary? After this 4-day class, you will find out all kinds of negative comments about network marketing, about negative will be all disappear and surrender in front of you. Because you are visionary. Your thinking are different. That's why your actions are different. And then your result are different. So we must be a visionary. And that's why I empower you with my vision from time to time. Okay, now, since our success, I leveraging other people. Before in the traditional business, it's all about ourselves. How I can succeed before in traditional business, in my job, if I control you, if I'm able to control you, if I can compete better than you in the traditional world. Now, because you know that you leverage other people, right? That's why now your thinking is different. Your thinking is different. You want them to be better than you. Because if they're better than you, you can leverage better. Does it make sense to you? If they are not better than you, that means your leverage power is not enough. Am I right? So when you understand leverage is the element, that's why your thinking is changed. The way of thinking is different. Right now, we keep thinking about how good is the other people. You want them to be better. But when we are in traditional business and a professional, we don't think this way. We want ourselves to be better. Am I right? So it changed the way we behave. And this is my vision. So it gradually changed the way we always want other people to be better than us. It changed our way of thinking and behavior. It is nice. When we leverage, we don't control people anymore. We empower people. Just like I empower you. Do you know why we don't control people? Because we didn't pay them. They don't allow you to control. But you have to find a way. So if you cannot control, then you have to empower. Instead, we control, and now we empower people. Before we compare with people, I want to be better than you. But now we leverage. We don't compare. We enrich people. Enrich. Before we compete with people, I am better than you, then I can promote the CEO. Now we leverage. We don't compete. We enhance. So you know what happened? When people relationship is based on empower, enhance, and enrich, the world become peaceful and calm and harmony. No fighting and no war. You know that? Why the country is fighting? Why people is fighting? Why there are so many hatred? Because they control, they compare, they compete. Why? Because before we all selling ourselves, we are the best. We must be better than the other people to be better. Because we didn't leverage before. But once we leverage, we change. We want others to be better. So we change the world. We make the world better every day. This is my vision. And this is a revolution. We change the world. Subtly. Subtle. No fighting. This revolution, there's no fighting in this revolution. Because revolution usually take fighting. No fighting. No bleeding. Because we influence. We apply influence. And people change. This is my vision. If we can change the world, if we can inspire people, you still ask me how much money you make in your skin? This is not a job. So, before I pass my time to our very great speaker, who will tell you why this is one of the fastest cars, I wish you pick up my visions about the meaning of success, the vision about direction of success, the vision, why we change the world better every day. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I pass the time to Lanvo to introduce the next speaker. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for sharing this amazing vision today, Philip. So the next person that I would like to introduce to everyone, his name is Jack Kerk. He is a team elite, and it's also 2019. He has the DSAM Outstanding Entrepreneurs Award of the Year. Jack graduated from Monash University with degrees in industrial engineering as well as engineering management. He is an industrial engineer, and prior to his entrepreneurship with general engineer of a publicly traded company, for the last 8 years of working life over 4 countries, Jack can find himself a good financial future to retire. However, in the year 2009, Jack ventured into his own business and quit his high-paying job. So today, Jack has a distribution network wide spreading over 14 countries globally. So if you could please give a warm welcome to Jack Kerk.
Thank you, Lin. Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to thank Lambo for the very nice introductions. And definitely, I think everybody here is really truly inspired by Philip's, our Type 5 master. I always call him Type 5 master because he inspired me a lot. And hello to the world again, to our New Skin world again. A lot of friends that may know me before, some of the new people, if this is the first time that you're listening to my story, then I hope it actually helps and inspire you to actually looking at what Philip have been telling us, because I'm going to share with you why I see New Skin as the best vehicle, for us to leverage I'm always so glad because there's a Chinese old saying say that reading 1,000 books will not be actually better than traveling 1,000 miles. Okay, but then learning from a successful people is actually more important, okay, than traveling 1,000 miles. Like today, we have a so-called we have the privilege to actually learn from the master. When you learn from the master, you really learn from the best. Okay, and I truly believe that there's a lot of new skin great leader, including our translator, EBD Hong Kong, and I believe that some of the COE one like Wellington, my upline Wellington is also in the talk. Thanks very much for all of you here to be a great example for me when I actually started the business. Okay, so let me share you my story. I'll try to get it short and neat. And I hope that this is working well with just a minute. All right. So I started the business back in 2009. Maybe let me introduce a little bit about myself. I started my college back in 1995, and then that time my family actually have financial issues, so I couldn't go for the university. Cut the story short, I have been I take a second choice to actually finish my diploma, and then my college, and then I went for working for 2 years. But back in my mind, I actually have my maybe a little bit vision, like what Philip said, a little bit vision of myself that I wanted to be successful, and I wanted to actually complete my degree. So during my working in Singapore, my first job in Singapore, as a assistant engineer, my mind is to actually wanted to complete my degree. So I applied for 47 scholarship in around Malaysia and Singapore, and I get 2 scholarship within 2 years time, and then I complete my degree and with my own scholarship and working part-times. Okay, so after that, I actually went to a lot of professional job for like what Lambo said, that it's like 8 years to 9 years of my working experience, compressed working experience, because I work very, very hard. And that's why this photo is actually the photo when I actually started my college time. So I always tell people that no one will actually set the goal to live their life ordinary. Agree? Okay. So everybody want to have good life. I'm like anyone else. I was always looking at my senior. I was looking always as my relative or somebody actually after they graduated, after they work, they actually started their business. I wanted to actually live a life, which is like at the beginning, I was looking at just material. I was looking at, okay, I'm going to go get a good house. I'm going to get a sport car, I'm going to be successful like anyone else. That's why that is the fundamental energy or fundamental target that I was looking at, and I was really looking for a way to go for it. And that actually really pushed me hard, from a professional of industrial engineer to an engineering manager, to a operation manager, to a general manager. Over the last 8 years, I've been working in Australia, I'm working in China, then back to Malaysia. I earn 5-figure in USD income. A lot of people at the age of 27. So a lot of people think that I'm a so-called having a very great career. You have a high income, good benefit, and very, very early year in the senior management. Okay, it looks good, but then after working 8 years in the corporate life, as a matter of fact, I was almost like every day I was working, I would say 12 to 15 hours. Okay, during my year of expatriate in China, and so as when I become a GM. So although I've been only about work 8 to 9 years, I think if you count the time, I can actually work longer than anyone else already. So that time I actually started to know the rule of work. I believe that life is a game, and working also considered as a game. The game is that after working 8 years for people, and I started to realize and I started to understand, okay, some rules when you work. The rule is that the higher the position, the higher the responsibility and the heavier the workload. Okay. And I think all of you agree that your boss won't pay you 5,000, but ask you to deliver a 2,000 job, right? Okay, so they will ask you they pay you 5,000, but most likely they're going to ask you to pay to work out a 15 to 20,000 work life for them, right? So I wasn't actually really in the condition that I complain about this. I was accepting the facts that people pay, then I work. That's fine. That if you're willing to pay me, I work. But then every time when I come back home, when I was a GM at the age of 32, I come back home and then I will always talk to my wife and I will start to tell my wife that I wanted to retire at the age of 40. And my wife is a chartered accountant. She takes care of the finance and she don't even press the calculator. She just tell me that it's not possible. She said with our so-called car loan, house loan, lifestyle, things that we want, it's not possible that we're going to retire at the age of 40. I always have this sort of thinking, but what? The next day in the morning when the alarm ring, I will go back to work again. Such a good employee, right? Okay. But I always have something in my mind that I wanted to change. Okay. But I didn't really know what is that about, So maybe let you know a little bit about what is the condition that time. At the time, my condition is that I actually have no time for my parents, although I'm already back to Malaysia. And I have no time for family and no time for my kids. Even the kids project for after married for 7 years. So we married for 7 years, no kids. So how bad it is. And I have no time for myself. If you look at the left bottom corner, you know that I'm a person that actually had to go fishing. I go fishing over the sea, for every week, but since I become a GM, I have no time to go for that. Okay, so that was my conditions. So I would like to thank for my sponsor, Henry Lim, to actually really giving me this opportunity to explore to this best vehicle in the world, okay, called New Skin Enterprises. So when I was introduced, then I started to understand about what is the thing that I'm talking about, retirement. Like what Philip was talking about, how to actually leverage. I didn't know about that, and when Willing Tan, my upline's COE was sharing with me in Penang, I was excited, because finally I get my answer. Definitely he showed me a concept of ESBI, which actually I would like to explain it in a way in our topic of type 5. He told us that there are five different group of people. I believe that all of us here, if you go through the camp number 1, day 1, and you know what is type 5, I didn't know that I was not looking for retirement. In fact, I was looking for lifestyle change. I was looking for a way how I'm going to live on to my life. How am I going to actually have time, not only financial freedom, but time freedom, financial freedom, and a health freedom. And then I will be happy. So very good that today you are here, and I believe that you wanted to be type 5 like me. So I'm very glad that at the age of 32, it took me about 6 months to decide to be full-time in this business, and I'm in business for the last 13 years. So thank you very much for this opportunity, that giving to me, and I hope that today you get to grab this wisdom and actually start to think about it. So maybe a little bit about how I started that time. I listened to the talk Willing actually presented to me, and then he told me that we're going to start something which is very, very excited. Okay, it's called weight management, and the market is big. And that time I was actually started because I was looking at the market. This company is going to launch a very revolutionary weight management product in the market. To me, this is completely a new embark to me from a professional to work. But as an engineer, I choose to make a decision and follow the SOP, okay, the standard operation procedure. So I started a set of TR90, TRA at the time, and that was me. Back in 2009, as a as a young GM, people say that you got to have a big tummy, so that you're like bossy, is a boss. So you are actually like a boss. And I was 32, and that was me. And then after the TR90, new old version called TRA, and I actually transformed. They said that you have to wear the same pants. So to show some underwear, that means to say you actually lose weight. Anyway, I started and was get excited. And when I get excited about the product, but I wasn't actually coming for the product, okay, because I came in for the business. But product is to actually testify to me that this business is viable, okay. So when I actually come into this market, and we know that if you want to start any business, you got to know that you got to find a business not by your interest. Okay, if you want to do something with your interest, be a scientist, But then if you want to do business, you got to learn what Philip Sifu say. You got to leverage. What the first thing that you got to leverage is actually the trend. Okay, one of the very important thing is that we are actually in the right trend. The trend is called anti-aging. Okay, so when I actually came into this business, I'm very fortunate that I actually came in on a very, very big wave of anti-aging, whereby the company actually tapped into this $1.74 trillion market, and we know that this is actually a forever young market. So coming to this, is very important that Nu Skin has after in 2009, Nu Skin launched this technology called age lock. So when I actually started the business, we are no longer going to talk to people about nutritional science. We can straight away to tell people about something which is revolutionary breakthrough, okay, which are targeting on the gene, so that I always believe, if your product are number one grade, a person like me as an engineer are not even a salesman or don't even have any single sales experience, I can just be a grade 5 salesman will do, because our product is grade 1. You agree? Okay. If your product is like grade 5, then you need the best salesman. So when I tell people, this is one of the important things to leverage. When I come into this business, I say, hey, fantastic. I don't need to be the best salesman. Because we are selling the best technology in the world, you don't have to mention anything, so that's good about that. And we have actually no competitor over the last 13 years, so and some of the company actually have patent the technology for us, so we actually really be very safe. And definitely, as a layman, we don't have to be the best salesman, but you got to be the best anti-aging person. Am I right? And I think my testimony are just one of it. So I started at the age of 32, and look at 10 years transformation. Do I actually look 42? And the product actually works. And this is my 44 years old photo, and this year I'm 46. Okay. Yeah, and if you're really looking at that, how good is age-lock technology. And I always tell people that I'm not a good salesman, but I'm definitely a businessman. But I'm only telling you this opportunity that you just got to actually tap onto this company called Nu Skin and actually take on this product called age-lock, and you are done. And that's what we call leveraging. Okay, and definitely I'm going to show you someone that actually leverage as well. And then how, if only one testimony, you may not think that is yourself, maybe your gene is better. But take a look at this, my wife, friends from London, her name is Manis, at the age of 32, she went for the university, graduated. And then at the age of 33, in fact, she's already a mother of 2. And she started to use our galvanic spa at the age of 35, and she transformed. 39, we age lock for a few years. 41, we age lock. What do you think? And I always show people that even the mother of two actually go through a TR90, can actually transform like that. This is something that really like, how powerful is the product. So I'm not here to just show you our photo, to ask you for buy a product. I'm just asking you to take a look, if a product that can actually, a technology can transform people like that, don't you think that you would like to actually own the right to leverage and actually make a fortune out of it, And Nu Skin is actually a company that is very inspiring because as a level say that I work in 4 countries. I think one of the advantages is actually I will be able to travel to meet a lot of people and see different city and work in different people, Then I think at the moment when I come back to Malaysia, I know that if I were to start the business, I will not actually start a business locally. I wanted to start the business that will be able to help me to expand globally, And then when I actually look at Nu Skin, actually 55 countries network, I was excited. And I was always working with a big company, all the top company in the industry. So when I know Nu Skin is actually a public traded listed company, and I'm very excited, So like a lot of people, like young people like me, at a young age, when you actually have business idea, okay, maybe it's a great idea, and the next thing that you're going to make this idea into products or services, you need to actually start looking for partners. When you start looking for partners, right, like people like me, ordinary people, I don't have a super network with millionaires or billionaires, so you're going to look for friends that maybe are better, and then look for banks to actually present your idea. And you can go to Silicon Valley to actually get some new startup, nowadays. But think about it, would that be easy to find partners like that? When actually Nu Skin was presented to me, I look at this partnership, I say, man, this company actually pay you well, and this company actually allow you to actually be their partner just like that. So I'm so glad that I actually coming to Nu Skin, over the last 13 years. I would say that I'm just simply leveraging on this giant and just stepping on the shoulder and actually walk through, and I actually started to develop my global business network. Okay, so if you're really looking for partnership, I know everybody have tried a lot of small, medium, big projects, but if you really try and you know how hard it is going to be, but do you know Nu Skin is just a click away on your computer system to LOI, and you become the distributor of this fantastic company. Okay, so I was very excited. If you're really looking at that, this is one of the important point for you to take a look. So maybe let me explain to you that why I was so excited, and actually in 6 months time I decided to be full-time in this business. I think I still remember when actually my upline Willing actually presented to me, and there was a time about 9 o'clock at night time, and when Willing was actually presented to me, and there was a time where I'm having my dinner in McDonald's with my wife. So we are listening to what he present, okay. But when I actually started to present to something that actually get my attention is actually the commission, okay? Where when Willing started to share me 5% 6th generation, and he actually introduced to me something called leverage income, okay? And that's the time that I started to realize, I've been always telling my wife I want to retire at age 40. But no matter how we do, I don't think we can actually make this happen. Then I realized that, because I was actually in the linear income, I was actually earning a linear income, which is actually, I was working hard. I was really working hard. And what is linear income? Linear income means your income is directly proportional to your effort. No work, no money, okay? But when he started to introduce to me the Nu Skin compensation plan, how Nu Skin brilliant compensation plan, which is actually a leverage income. Then I started to it really opened up my mind that that this is what the rich man talking about, smart money. You get to work smart by leveraging. Okay. I often tell people that maybe the concept was big, it's bombastic, but when you are talking about a layman like me, it will be good to actually explain to you that why Nu Skin is a good vehicle by something like the power of franchising. Okay, so like this franchise, I think everybody know, called 7-Eleven. There are actually 3,000 7-Elevens in Taiwan, and one herbal egg actually have a profit of 50 cents. But every shop can sell about 100 eggs. 1 month they have a profit New Taiwan dollar about 1,500 New Taiwan dollars. But 3,000 7-Elevens make 4.5 million profit per month and about 54 millions per year. And why? Don't get me wrong, you don't go and sell herbal eggs, It's not about selling. That's why during the COVID-19, there are so many people go for Facebook live sales, go for all the Shopee sales, all these sales. I think they didn't get the concept right. You can actually be a very good salesman and you sell a lot, but it doesn't get you right. The most important is that 3,000 franchises. Is that 3,000 shops that actually makes a difference. I believe that just now, Philip Master actually talk about, Type 5 Master talk about this. Talk about, I would rather receive 1% of the income from 100 people than to actually have 100% coming from myself. Okay. So that's why when I was actually presented on this global compensation plan, I get excited, because it's like, hey, you say you just have to look for 5 people, and I believe everybody have 5 people. I don't know, when I look at it, it was like, man, 5 people is a piece of cake, but then later that I realized that, oh yeah, you got to really work for a business partner for 5 people. Okay. And you look for 5 people and the 5 people look for 5 people will be 25 people. And it cascading down for 6th generation, there will be about 20,000 people. With this 20,000 franchise, like a McDonald's, like a 7-Eleven example, Nu Skin distributor have about 3,000 sales and 5% will give you a $3 million US income. This is no joke, but take a look at $3 million a month. But with this formula, a lot of people say that, is anyone actually earning this coming in the market? I said, I don't know. It can be quite close, but if you want to actually go for 20,000 distributor and leaders, I think it needs at least about 30 to 40 years. So it was very smart when my uplines Willing Dan COE actually showed me, say, hey, how about 1%? Like an engineer, I just think about it. 1% is about 200 people. That actually works for me, and 30,000 leverage income, and it actually is good starter for my retirement life. I was like, man, this can be possible. This can be possible. That's how I actually get excited about it. And I believe that right now, talk is cheap. If you really wanted to know about this, you can actually verify yourself because we are a public listed company. So you can actually take a look at, this is 2019 audited by PricewaterhouseCoopers. You can download it and actually see how Nu Skin paid out. And this is the average income from the different pin title. Pin title means to say every distributors where how much actually they earn in every pin title. And if you look at the beginning, it's like a brand representative earn about Ringgit Malaysia about 2,289, which are pretty much about 700 to 800 US dollar, and you might take a look at this like, okay, this is pretty much, but once you started to develop your networks, you can see from a gold partner all the way to a blue diamond director. Okay, that is a 6-figure Ringgit income, and it's pretty much a very, very handsome US dollar income. So I started in 2009. As a brand representative, me and my wife have no experience, tap on the shoulder of this, leverage on this gigantic company with a brilliant compensation plan, plus all the technology products that we have, even a person like that, you look at 2 of us, are we actually like a top salesperson? No, more like you look at my frizzy hair, that's not possible. People believe that the first eye that a salesman walk in, the most important is the hair, right? Okay, but take a look, I can be like that. I spent about 4 years time, I spent about 6 months to be full-time, and after 1.5 years, my wife suddenly come back one day and tell me that he actually quit his finance manager job and actually come to join me for full-time. Okay, and we actually go through this, together, and in 4 years time, and we make this from the left to the right. I believe everybody can do it. Okay. Very excited right now because previously we talked about opening franchise, talking about you actually talk to people and actually look for your networks. And then right now we are not only talking to myself. I'm not talking go out to actually talk to one person, spending about half an hour to explain to them. Like tonight, we know we have about 147 people right now. Social commerce enable us to actually do this franchise. Okay, one to many. Not one-to-one, but one-to-many. So our business has evolved. And this social commerce we are talking about is a $500 million, to $3.4 trillion markets, So, and it's great to us because the compensation will actually work even faster right now to you, right? So if you're really looking at this opportunity, this is the best time right now. Okay, so not only that, Nu Skin actually have provided you a very, very good traveling, free traveling. So over the last 13 years, I believe that everybody likes to travel, but everybody don't like to travel with your own money. So if you work on the business, the company actually compensate you with other, thing more than money, which is actually trips. So we're going to Hokkaido from Southeast Asia. I know that people from US, people from Paris, you have your own trip. And I believe that these are the best, one of the best thing to actually help us to having income at the same time travel around the world. Okay, so I started 2009. The time we were actually looking at opportunity where right now, if you're telling me, Jack, is that the best time to actually start a Nu Skin right now? So I would say that it's best ever because we have gone through so much growth over the product renewal cycle opportunity. And from 2 years once launching product opportunity until right now, we actually have almost like 1 year, 2 new product launching. What does it mean? New product means to say that the product, when it launch, okay, it actually open a new entire market with the age of technology. So I will cut this short. It's very exciting time for us right now. But this is pretty much a so-called a strategy we've been leading to many distributors to earn their $1 million in this business. Okay, but when I started the time, people may say that, Jack, is it true? Is it something that Nu Skin, every product Nu Skin will be number one, or Nu Skin will actually brings opportunity or the market or to actually grow? I'm telling the truth. This product called TR90, when I started in 2009. And I started to talk to my upline, and my upline have never done weight management before. They've been in the business for the last 8 years. They have never done weight management before. And in Malaysia, we have the other H brand, very famous. And in Singapore, H brand, very famous. They are also listed company, and they are number one in Malaysia. But you know why? You know what? Now, TR90 is number one in Malaysia for the last 6 years, consecutively. And also 5 years, number one in Singapore. And we also achieved number one in Korea. That means to say a product launching, after the product launching, the technology shows that we're going to dominate market even we are not in the market. So think about it. Any product launching is actually a brand new opportunity for you. Okay, and not to say that we actually have a number one beauty device. I don't think. I think if we say number one, the number two should be too far away from us. Okay. So is it a good time? Yeah, definitely it's a good time. But the most exciting thing right now, that if you are actually still with us right now, I believe that you want something changed. Okay, and the timing is now. Okay, it comes to I think if those people are in US, you're actually more fortunate because you're close to the top management right now. And we are very excited also, where Nu Skin actually come with this new vision called in 2025, we are going to integrate, our so-called beauty and wellness company, beauty and wellness division together and become the world leading integrated beauty and wellness company, powered by our 5% signature, our dynamic affiliate platform. So, when I actually say about a company wanted to have a new vision as a management person, what does it mean? It means that the company actually heading to a direction. And they are not only say, because you can't be a listed company can't just say that they have a vision like that and do nothing. Okay, so the company just invested $500 million, okay, into a so-called integrated digital ecosystem, and this is something that is so exciting. We are talking about how we will be able to use artificial intelligence. We are going to be able to use IoT, the Internet of Things. We are all going to be able to help our customer to have private, personalized products, that actually suit to them, not by our knowledge, but by the big data. These are the things that coming very, very exciting, because if you know, we are talking about over the last 3 years, the pandemic have been bringing us to tech base. Even my mother-in-law actually 70-something are actually buying fish online and send it to us. Then you will know how crazy is this. And Nu Skin, this $500 million is actually worth spending. And right now we are actually going to target on these 5 very, very big markets. So guys, if you actually came into this talk today, listening to the Type 5 on the second day, you get excited by the vision that our Philip's Type 5 master to show you. But like what Philip say, the vehicle is very important. A company that actually will be able to spend millions of dollars. 500 million is not a small number. We are talking about 500 million can be a multiple company setup. A company spend that money and with a vision and with a scientist base over the last 30 over years. Some big wave is coming. And I started the business 13 years ago, where we actually don't have age lock. And this age lock technology over the years have creating millions of dollars for us. And we've seen so many people making millions of dollars through this age lock technology. And here you come. If you were to ask me, this is actually an opportunity that you will be able to have a turnkey in your life. Okay. Be careful, every decision that you make, So do you want to change the way that how you and your family live in the coming 2023? If you do, say yes, and follow what your people that actually bring into you to this best platform. And we have a best system. Maybe you are like me as a corporate guy and you tell me that you have no time. But because be careful, because you are actually earning your linear income. You're earning linear income, you're working by yourself. Listen to our Type 5, be leveraged, looking for 100 jacks. Okay, then you are done. Okay, I don't know about you. Sometimes I will actually, looking at what I actually have right now, sometimes I'll ask myself, what if I didn't actually started, 12 years ago, 13 years ago, maybe that will pretty much like life. I'm still working very hard, I believe in Malaysia, maybe I don't need to eat instant noodle. But anyway, pretty much that will be a bad thing for me, But then recently, over the years, and a lot of my friends telling me, hey, are you sure that you are actually working? I say, yeah, I don't retire yet, because retirement is for those people that actually hate their job. I'm not retired because I don't hate my job. I like to actually share and actually wanted to actually help more people. So I'm still working, but I see your Facebook doesn't show that you're working. I said that in fact that's the way how I work. Okay, so this is a photo that was rarely I have a chance to take photo from the back. Because most of the time I will drive. But this is the time that actually my wife have her new toys. Okay, and this is actually a Mini Cooper Clubman that she loved it and I love it, But then we actually didn't actually plan to actually do anything with it. But we said that, hey, one of the day we may wanted to have own one of these car. So she actually put this car in her Facebook cover page. Then the day was like, okay, I was just seeing that maybe it's time for us to actually look for this car. And then I was actually really reach out, but then we waited for a year. Then we still couldn't get the car because of the pandemic. And then when last year when her birthday come very close, I started to really work on her dream car and also my dream car. you know, a toy car that is our second, and the third car we don't really use that so much. But then yeah, we get it, you know, and that's why we say that your dream will come true once you make a bold decision, right? Once you make a bold decision, you know, and what you need to do is to actually make it happen by working on it. Not think about it, is working on it. So I actually spent about a month time holiday in August. So a lot of my friends or colleagues, and they will ask me, you know, the ex-colleague were asking me, hey, how long you still in Europe? You know, I say I've been in Europe for a month. You know, a lot of them, I would say money may not be a problem for them, you know, but the problem is that they have no time for that. And they say that, how about your business? I said, yeah, my business is good because I don't work by myself. I don't work, like what Philip said, right? We don't work by ourselves. We leverage, okay? Oh, so over 1 month, I've been traveling in Europe with the kids with no itinerary. In fact, I only booked a few days hotel. The rest is ad hoc, you know. So I believe that this is pretty much a nice experience for my kids and my mother-in-law as well. You know, it's really enjoying, and I think the decision that I made years ago. And this is a so-called a very nice place, a very nice train called Gracia Express. You know, I wanted to tell you that you may think that this is only Jack, you know, but I'm telling you, it's the law of attraction. In 2 years ago, I was actually looking at the Facebook, and I tell my wife, hey, let's go for Gracia Express. I don't even know where it is. I just looking at this Gracia Express, you know. But then my wife said, let's go to Switzerland this time. You know, I said, oh, Switzerland. Oh, okay, I'm not so fancy with this place, but I know it's a beautiful place, but I wanted to go other place. But she said, hey, we have, and we realized that Gracia Express is there. So we actually go there. And we go there without actually booking it right, you know. But then because we really wanted to go there, and then since I know that it's actually in Switzerland, and the moment that I reach to Gracia Express, then I actually will be able to upgrade ourselves to a first class for this Gracia Express. And it's really a fantastic 8 hours journey to looking at the entire Switzerland. So I tell people that I started this business with a condition like this. And with that, although my parents passed away over the last 3 years, you know, but before that, actually, I enjoyed a lot of precious time with them, you know, because I'm actually be very flexible on myself. And then without kids, you know, married for 7 years without kids. But in New Skin, we got 3 kids. We are very busy with our kids right now. You know, it's a big family right now. And no time for myself, you know, working hard for 12, 15 hours a day, you know. But right now I have a lot of time. And people say that, what a waste, you know, as an engineer, you go and sell skincare. I say that only when you actually started to know what is New Skin, and then you will know that it's all about entrepreneurship. So over the last a few years, we actually get some rewards, you know, from Direct Selling Association Malaysia, you know, which is the Pacific top 4, and also presidential direct from New Skin. So 2020, because we represent New Skin to actually features in Fox Asia, and I believe this is something that is actually very good for me to tell people that I'm not selling product only. I'm not selling products. Okay, so you make your own decision for your life, and not your boss, not anyone else. Okay, if I can do it, you can do it too. Thank you very much for your time. And Philip, you know, I pass the time back to you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Jack, you are marvelous. Very good.
Thank you.
So
thank you.
yeah, very good. I think we pick up enough information from you today, and people know why New Skin is one of the best car. Thank you very much, Jackie. Okay, and we are looking forward you to come back, okay, to share more to us. Okay, now I pass the time to Lanfo to see Lanfo anything to talk to us, our MC.
Wow, that is so amazing. I just cannot believe it. You know, I'm glad in the US it is right now 7 o'clock in the morning, because for many of you in Asia right now, after all the information that Jack has shared with us, as well as Master Philip Cheung, I don't know how you guys are going to go to sleep, because I know there's so much to be taken ahead, especially with what he said about the 500 million that Nu Skin has put into the integrated system. That was something that draws so much attention to people at the kickoff meeting at this time as well too. So also, that's 500 million in cash that the company is putting in. So we are partnering with the company that is so solid with the recession that is coming and everything. So tomorrow we are going to be back here and we're going to talk about the map to success of type 5. So for many of you right here that have joined in the last 2 days, and you may have been asking yourself the question, I don't have time for this business. Do I really want this? I want to ask you something. Have you made a decision? This is something that is real and is changing so many people's life. When is it going to be your turn to make a decision and make an impact and something that's going to change your family? So thank you everyone for joining in today. Thank you to all the translators that's taken their time to translate into 4 different languages. And so much thank you to Master Philip Cheung for making all of this possible. And thank you so much, Jack, for all the information that you have shared with us today and setting the fire for an amazing business and amazing start. So thank you, everyone. And if we can, let's all turn our camera on and we can take our type 5 picture before we say goodnight. Okay, Adam, can you help us take the picture?
Okay, everyone. Please turn on your camera and we have type 5 hand. We are 6 page, 6 shot. Okay. One, two, three.
How could they say I was broken? How could they say you made me come undone? Now I know that it's okay.
1, 2,
Unlike
3.
my friends, you are nothing like them. How could they say I was broken? How could they say you made me come undone? Now I know that it's okay. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. Try to be cool, even where that
Okay, thank you, everyone.
All
Thank you,
right,
Philip.
thank you, everyone. See you all
Thank you,
tomorrow.
everyone. Thanks,
Thank you,
Philip.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
Jack.
Philip and
Thank you,
Jack.
Jack.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Type 5.
Thank you, fun together.
everyone.
Watching this video.
Thank you, Philip. Thank you, everyone.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
How could they say I was broken?